You know that feeling, right? You get a new design assignment, you open up the software, and you're just staring at a blank page. It can be pretty intimidating. But what if you had a clear path to turn all that empty space into an awesome 3D model? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to build a project from scratch and turn that doubt into a design you can be proud of. Every single great design starts right here with nothing but potential. But the goal, of course, is to get over here to a finished 3D model that looks and feels real. And yeah, the gap between these two can feel massive, but trust me, we're about to bridge it, one simple step at a time. And the tool that's going to get us there is SketchUp. What makes SketchUp so great is how it connects your creative ideas with the technical precision you need to actually build them. It's designed to be super intuitive, almost like you're sketching with digital clay. That's why it's such a go-to for designers everywhere. So here's our game plan. First, we'll nail down the main idea. Then we'll draft the 2D blueprint. After that, we get to the fun part, building the 3D structure. Then we'll bring the interior to life, and finally, we'll wrap it all up by creating a polished professional presentation. Sound good? Let's jump in. Okay, first things first, we've got to set the stage for success. Before you even think about drawing a single line, you need to have a really clear goal. This first step makes sure your entire project is built on a solid foundation. To keep things hands-on and practical, we're going to model a simple 2-bedroom house. This is a classic student project for a reason. It really forces you to think through all the essentials of residential design, from the big picture layout right down to the little details. All right, on to the foundation of our entire model, the 2D blueprint. You should think of this as the architectural DNA of your project. Seriously, every wall, window, and door in your final 3D model is built on this plan, so getting it right is everything. So the key here is to work from big to small. You'll start with the rectangle tool to lay out the overall footprint of the house. Easy enough. Then you'll switch to the line tool for the interior walls. But here's a pro tip. Before you lock those rooms in, grab the tape measure tool to set the exact dimensions. That little step is what separates a rough sketch from a legitimate blueprint. And that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? Precision is what makes it all work. Using that tape measure tool isn't just a suggestion. It's how you make sure your digital plan is accurate and, buildable. It provides that solid base for everything that's coming next. Okay, with our blueprint all set, it's time for the magic. We're about to move from a flat 2D drawing into the third dimension. This is where we bring that blueprint to life and turn lines on a screen into an actual structure. Seriously, this is that wow moment in the process. We're about to give our flat floor plan height, depth, and real form. It's the point where your architectural vision starts to feel like a real place. And the hero of this entire step is the push/pull tool. It's amazing. You literally just click on the walls in your floor plan and pull them up. That's it. Then, to add doors and windows, you just draw rectangles on the walls and use that same tool to push out the openings. To finish it off, you'll sketch the profile of the roof and use the move tool to pull it into shape. It's so intuitive. And hey, here's a quick number to keep in your back pocket to make things look realistic. When you're pulling up those walls, aim for a standard height somewhere between 8 and 10 feet. It's a super simple detail that makes your model instantly feel right. So we have the shell of our house, which is great, but a building is really just a box until you design the space inside it. So now we're going to shift our focus indoors and start adding the personality, texture, and light that turns a structure into a home. This is where the space really starts to feel livable. First, you'll bring in some furniture, and we'll talk about the awesome 3D warehouse in just a second. Next, you'll use the paint bucket tool to apply materials, like wood textures for the floor or paint for the walls. And finally, you'll play with the lighting, using the shadow settings to see how the sun hits, and even adding lamps for artificial light. Okay, the 3D warehouse is an absolute game changer. Just imagine an infinite, free furniture store for your design. That's what it is. It has this massive library of pre-made models, couches, tables, plants, light fixtures, you name it. You just search for what you need, download it, and pop it right into your model. It saves you so much time. You've built this incredible model, but your work isn't quite done. I mean, a great design is useless if you can't communicate your vision, right? This final stage is all about presentation, showcasing your hard work in the most effective way possible. For a really professional presentation, you're going to use the Scene Manager.
It lets you save specific camera angles, like perfect shots of the exterior or the kitchen. By labeling these scenes, you basically create a virtual tour. It lets you guide someone through the space without fumbling around. And once you have your key shots, you just export them as high-quality images for your portfolio.
Now, let's be real for a minute. Even with a tool as user-friendly as SketchUp, it's totally normal to run into a few common roadblocks, especially when you're just starting out. So let's tackle a couple of those head-on. Oh, this is a classic. You import a beautiful sofa from the 3D warehouse, and it's either comically huge or looks like dollhouse furniture. It happens all the time. The fix is super simple. The scale tool. It lets you just grab any object and resize it so everything in your model feels proportional and realistic. And here's another one that can be so frustrating. You apply a wood grain or a tile pattern and the lines just don't match up on the surface. It can really break the illusion. The fix here is the Position Texture tool. It gives you full control to rotate, scale, and slide any texture around until it's perfect. Ultimately, mastering these little skills goes way beyond just finishing this one project. Being able to create realistic visualizations and present your ideas clearly isn't just an academic exercise. It's a core skill that will define your success as a professional architect or designer down the line. So there you have it. You've got the blueprint, not just for this house, but for turning pretty much any idea into a 3D reality. You've seen the whole path from a blank page to a finished design. So the only question left is, what are you